Let me show you how I make this delicious cherry cheese almond Danish that is so good. I can't even really describe it to you. You've got to promise me that you'll make this as soon as possible because it is delicious. It begs for a cup of coffee in a lovely afternoon, and it's that good. You're going to start off with the cream cheese filling. Now, this is by no means an authentic Danish recipe, but trust me, it's delicious. You're going to start off with cream cheese, a little sugar, some lemon zest, and a little almond extract. You guys know I never really measure my extracts, but that is different when it comes to almond because almond is very strong and you only want a quarter teaspoon here. Add an egg yolk. I also added a small pinch of salt, but it was mixed in with the sugar, so I forgot to show it to you separately. So forgive me. Mix it all together. I started with a spatula and then I switched to a whisk. And look at those beautiful egg yolks. I mean, my egg yolks, these are from our chickens. They're so rich and they're so glorious. They make everything that really beautiful, like orangey yellow color. Fantastic. Now, this is really easy because I'm using store-bought puff pastry, which I always have in the freezer, and it's one of my favorite things to have on hand. And you see how it kind of already comes like folded into thirds? That is key here because it's going to help you. I like to roll it out just a little bit longer on each side, primarily just like in the center to make it a little longer. And then I go on either side and I just use a scissor. You could use a knife to cut like little slits alongside. Don't go all the way to the center because you want the center to be undisturbed. And this is what's going to give you like that Danish form, if you will. It works out in the end. I promise you. You're going to do this alongside both sides, the right and the left. It's not difficult, a little bit time consuming, but it literally takes a couple of minutes and it really is worth it. Take that filling, the cream cheese filling, and place it right in the center and smooth it out. And then for the topping, you can use any jam or preserve you like, but I love this with cherry pie filling. It is so good. I'm using cherry pie filling. It's not the one with the whole cherries in it, and I prefer it this way simply because that kind of just makes this a little bit more difficult to kind of hold together. But this cherry pie filling works so well. I'll leave the exact brand that I used in the description with the recipe. It's just from my local grocery store. I already had some in the pantry and I went ahead and used it. I've used every jam and preserve under the sun with this, including lemon curd, and it works really well. The only thing I didn't like with this is when I try to use a coffee cream. I had gotten it in I don't know, I want to say Home Goods or something. It was not the vibe. Not at all. You see how I'm taking this little slices of dough from each side and pinching them together? That's what you want to do the whole way down. And then you're going to do a little egg wash over the whole thing, sprinkle with a little sugar and some sliced almonds. And now what I went ahead and did is I popped this into the freezer for 10 minutes while I preheated my oven to 375, allowing it to set just a tiny bit, makes it bake more evenly, and it just works better. And then you bake it for 25 minutes or until puffed and golden. And you can serve it like this with a little powdered sugar on top, which I tend to do most of the time, or a little glaze. And all you need is a little powdered sugar, a little bit of milk or cream. And then I like to add just the tiniest little touch of lemon because it cuts that really strong sweetness, that really rich sweetness. And then just mix it until it's the consistency of a glaze. And then go ahead and glaze the top of your delicious Danish, and it's best if you let this cool completely before you cut and serve. And I am telling you, it is so delicious. You will love it. It's perfect for an afternoon treat, a weekend treat. It's flaky, it's sweet, it's delicious, and I know you'll love it. Just remember, these videos are in addition to my regular content, not in place of. And I hope that you love this one and you give it a try. Bye bye.